Zoom. Maybe some issue.
Yeah, okay. I connected through my mobile project. So.
Yeah. I'm saying after the class.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So we are continuing after yesterday's discussion on Patra Pushpam Phalam Toyam. So now, yeah, Baldev Vidyabhushan says the context of this verse. So previously 9.25 I described. Now in 9.26, why Lord speaks this? Because this is eternal. That was 9.25 and easy to perform. This is 9.26. Okay. So people may feel, oh, Bhakti is giving eternal result, unlimited results. So that means it should be very difficult, right? Something which is giving, like for materialistic lifestyle, there is example that if you want to get into the engineering college, which are like local engineering colleges, it's very easy. You just study sometime and play more time, and you can get. But if you want to get into IIT, then you have to really struggle very hard and do lot of competition. And then there the thing is that after placement, everybody gets like very good salary. It's like unlimited results and eternal results. People think like that, obviously, but that is not in the bhakti path. It gives eternal unlimited results, but the process is also easy to perform. It's not like that. Okay. Yes, bro, you continue.
Even though I have unlimited powers and I am pulling desires, I enjoy an appropriate way asnami what is offered with love by that devotee, Bhakta Apahutam, who offers with great affection leaves or fruits or other things also. Whatever is easily obtained to me, the Lord of all beings.
Yeah, basically
Asnami,
here one important thing is the word Ashnami. If you see the verse, it says accept. Prabhupada has translated as accept. So Baldev Vidyabhushan is saying that accept in what way? In an appropriate way. So Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam. So everything should be accepted in an appropriate way. So like Patram, one should generally not eat Patram. Pushpam, will anybody eat flower? Flower also generally
yes,
not
you
eaten.
should not smell.
Okay. Pushpam, Phalam. Phalam, one should eat. So Krishna also eats. And Toyam means one cannot eat, one has to drink always. So see, he's saying it should be accepted in an appropriate way. Okay. Yes, bro.
Asnami is take to mean enjoy rather than eat, since the Lord is the fruit by smells the flower.
Hmm.
Or the meaning can be being hungry and thirsty because of my love for him. I eat everything that offered under control of his devotion, without considering whether it is edible.
Yeah, so this is another meaning. Okay, this was the first meaning that Lord takes it in an appropriate way. Like here, he eats fruit, but the flower he will smell. But another point, the second meaning Baldev Vidyabhushan is giving is that being hungry and thirsty. Why is he hungry and thirsty? Because of the love for the Lord that the devotee has in his heart. What he does? Yeah, what is Baldev Vidyabhushan saying here? Yes, Prerna Mataji. What is the second meaning he is giving?
Sorry, Prabhu, I lost.
Yeah, second meaning. How it is different from first meaning? I'm just asking. What is Lord saying here? He eats only fruits or what?
Sorry, Prabhu, I was not attentive.
Okay,
Prabhu,
no, I'm saying what is there in the slide here. I eat everything.
everything that is offered, yes.
Yeah, here it's written. No? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
I eat everything that is offered. Okay, so that means what? What he eats? He eats all the four. Patram. Can somebody give example of how the Lord eats patram, leaf? When did the Lord eat the leaf? Any pastime you remember? Anyone? Lord will eat patram or leaves when given with love. Yes,
Prabhu
Dipali
ji,
Mataji.
प्र- प्रभु वो विदुर जी की वाइफ ने उनको बनाना की
Peels.
पील्स
Peels of banana. Yeah, correct. So that is one example. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Anybody else?
अक्षय पात्र प्रभु जी.
Akshay Patra is also good example, but that was mixed with Anna. Shak, okay. Shak Anna, that is called. Shak and Anna. So there was also Shak, which is leaf, and there was also Anna, which is rice. So that is also good example. Yeah, Yamuna will explain.
Prabhuji, Srila Advaita Acharya offering tulsi and water to Shaligram Shila to ask Lord to descend.
Yes,
Can
that
we?
is also good example. Yeah, but here example is asked for being hungry and thirsty. The Lord eats. So the Shaligram Shila did not eat the offering of Advaita Acharya. Here literally he is saying he eats everything is offered. Patra Pushpam Phalam, to everything he eats for that.
Mhm.
So there he did not eat. Yeah, okay. We discussed three examples. That is good enough. Okay. Second is
Tambul,
Pushpam.
Prabhuji,
Huh?
Tambul, Tambul. We offer Tambul to Jagannath Ji after Chappan Bhog.
But
Tambul,
yeah, that
Pan,
is correct.
Pan.
Yeah. That is in which example, Mataji?
We offer
Pan.
it to
Pan.
Jagannath Ji,
Pan.
na?
Okay.
Pan.
Yes. Yes.
हाँ.
Patram. Yeah.
After 50 in 56 Bhog, one of them
Yeah.
कि
Yeah. Yeah.
Jagannath
True.
जी को
True.
तो हम लगाते हैं.
Correct. See, here the question is not about eating with glance. Here the thing is about eating literally. Okay. He is literally eating. Okay. So not then when a sadhaka offers, not like that. Obviously, Lord will eat directly also. If some very great devotee offers. Okay. Yeah, thank you for that example. Yes. So that also pan also is example. Yeah. Pushpam, flowers. So literally, when does the Lord eat flower when offered? Generally, flower should be smell. One should smell the flowers, as it is told. But when does the Lord directly eat the flower?
Prabhuji,
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
please. Yeah.
In the Govardhan, like no, in the Vrindavan Leela pastimes, when cowherd boys used to make fun of Krishna by putting jasmine flowers in the samosa, and he used to give, and then it was like a bitter, and then
Correct.
Krishna used to feel that bitterness, but still he used to enjoy, and
Correct.
all the cowherd boys used to get fun out of that.
Yes, yes, that is a very good example. Yes, so Lord literally ate. Okay. Yamuna will explore.
Sorry, Prabhuji, that hand was raised only.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Third is phalam. So anybody remembers the example of Lord eating the phal?
Sridhar Kolavich,
Sridhar Kolavecha. What did he offer?
bananas.
Yeah, bananas he offered. Yeah, but I don't remember. The Lord was eating there. Yeah, maybe okay. Yeah. Prasanna Gopal Prabhu.
Yeah, the Lord Ramchandra eating the berries of from the hands of Shabri.
Yeah, that is also good example. Yeah, only thing that is not there in the Valmiki Ramayana, that example. So our acharyas generally don't comment on that, or they don't say that example. But not that did not happen. It's there in Tulsidas Ramayana. But yeah, okay. Any other example? Yeah, Ganapati
That
Prabhu.
fruit seller lady came. That one.
Yeah, that is also very good example. Yeah, correct. So fruit seller lady came. So Krishna had seen his mother exchanging fruits and grains. So
Sure.
he went out and he saw that how fruit seller was giving the fruits. So he was attracted by the love of the fruit seller. So he wanted her
Sure.
fruits. So he gave the grains and he accepted fruits. Yeah, that is good example. Yeah, Kishore
Shabari
Maharaj.
offering berries to Sri Rama.
Yeah, we had discussed
Shabari,
Prabhuji. Yeah. Yeah.
Shabari
Jagannath,
offering berries.
Yes, Prabhuji, we discussed. Yeah, that is also good. Yeah.
Jagannath Ji eating coconut and kathal.
Hmm. Yeah, yes, Mataji, we are discussing something which directly Lord eats, not which is offered as a bhoga. Means we are discussing example, he literally eats, and we know that he has eaten. As bhoga, he eats everything, obviously, but not that part we are discussing.
Prabhuji, in Talwan, the tal fruits which is taken by Krishna and Balram and their friends.
Yeah, Correct. But where is it offered by with love in that example? Here we are discussing somebody is offering bhakti uparitam, offering with love, and Lord is eating. That is the example we are looking for. Okay, yeah, many examples we discussed in Phala also. Toyam, water. So where does the Lord accept the water out of love for his devotee? In any pastime, you remember? Lord directly drinking. Yeah, in Chaitanya Charitamrita there is one example. Yes, Deepali Mataji.
There is a story that दो घोड़े पे जब कृष्ण
Yeah, tell again. Little loudly.
yeah, there is a story na that on horse Krishna Balram goes and the lady who is selling yogurt.
Okay.
Buttermilk in Jagannath Leela, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Lady was
Okay.
selling buttermilk and they were going to help that king of Orissa while he was fighting wanted to marry with that princess. And King Pratap, King Purushottam Deva. Then Lord himself went for his help. And while on the way, Jagannath and Balram both drank buttermilk from that lady.
Okay. Any other example? Yeah, Bhakti Leela Mataji.
Again, we give the example of Sridhar Kola Vichas, where the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu drink water directly from his used pot.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that is also good example. Yes, that is nice. Okay, thank you. So, and apart from that, yeah, in general also there are so many examples. When Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam was offered in general also. Yeah, and Lord accepted it. So, like Rukmini, Mother Rukmini, she offered the Tulsi leaf when there was Swarna Tula, weighing of Krishna. Narad Muni had come. So she offered one leaf and Krishna just accepted out of love. So there are so many examples of that. Pushpam, Gajendra, he offered a flower, and Phalam, the fruit seller, also offered. Yeah. So many examples are there in general also. Yeah. Please read, Proji.
What type of person is this? He has a pure mind. Pratatmana, he is Nishkama. Therefore, I eat what is offered without personal desire on the devotee's part, what is offered out of attraction for me. I do not eat that which is offered with personal motives and with no attraction for me.
Yeah, so here two statements. He says, what are the do's when we offer any bhoga, and what are the don'ts when we offer any bhoga or any worship or any item to the Lord. So I eat or I accept basically what is offered with personal desire. Nobody has forced him that you should, like in Karma Kanda method, the person is forced to give a golden bird or some golden ornament or whatever. So that is not out of his personal desire, but bhakti is out of personal desire because of voluntary desire. Okay, so it's voluntary on the devotee's part, which is offered out of attraction for the Lord. He wants to please the Lord. Okay, for the pleasure of Lord. So these are the criterias. But what one should not have the consciousness, that which has personal motives. Like people come to Balaji and they make him the business partner. So they say that 50% will go to you and 50% will come to me. Please make my business success. So that is not out of devotion. It is good that he has come to Balaji. He has not gone to some demigod. Okay. But he has come to Balaji. That is very good. But there is a personal motive. So that is not fully accepted by the Lord as Lord accepts with love. Okay. And if that person has come with no attraction for me. That person has come because he has attraction for money. He has attraction for money, but he wants the money from Balaji. So that is the situation here. So a devotee should be not having this kind of consciousness that I have some personal motive, that if I offer something to Lord, He will give me something which personal. It's like business transaction, as Prahlad Maharaj says. Correct. Like Vanik, not like that. Yeah. Please read, Prajit.
Having mentioned with devotion, Bhakti, I think, again the Lord states, I accept what is offered with devotion, Bhakti Upahrutam. The intention of that is to show that Bhakti alone satisfies the Lord. He does not gain satisfaction from person being Brahmana or performing great austerities.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether one is Shudra or one is Antyaja, even outcast. Okay, there are so many stories that Lord accepts even from a person who may be born in a impure family. So impurity of his birth is not the consideration. What is consideration is currently what is his state. Okay, whether he is currently having devotion for me, he is coming in a proper parampara, he has a proper clean body and mind, and the food stuff he is offering is pure. So that all is what matters, not what is his birth. Yeah.
In the 3 verses, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, Ananyas Chintayam Mam, and Patram Pushpam Toyam Phalam, activities of pure bhakti such as Kirtana after being offered to the Lord are then performed, rather than being offered after being performed.
Yeah, this is very important. Okay. This is very important. All devotees should make a note. Those who are not attentive or doing some other thing, kindly see this very important point. He is saying that 3 verses are told: Satatam Kirtanantamam, Ananya Chintayantamam, and Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Okay, the activities of pure bhakti, such as what are the activities? 9 limbs, Kirtana, Shravana, all that, after being offered to the Lord, are then performed. So, first is what? First is offering the object or activity. Offering is first, and performing is second. I'll give one example. Okay, then only it is bhakti. Otherwise, it is nishkam karma. That will come in the next shloka. Yat karoshi yadashnasi, yat juhosi dadasi, yat tatkurusham adarpanam. That is called nishkam karma yoga. If somebody does that first, okay, performs first and offers later that activity, that is called nishkam karma yoga. Okay, so here, for example, I want that some food item, suppose. Okay, I like pav bhaji. So I will cook today pav bhaji, and then because I cannot take unoffered thing, so I will offer it to Lord and then accept. So it will come in which category, bhakti or nishkam karma yoga? I hope everybody heard the.
I think Nishkam Karma Yoga, Prabhuji.
Can you explain why?
Because your motivation here or intention is just to get it sanctioned. And it's not like you are offering it with that love and gratitude to the Lord. And in order to get it sanctioned so that it will be
Free of sin, basically.
Yeah, free of sin for you as well.
Yeah.
With that motivation, you are doing it. That's why it's like
Yeah.
kind of, it's like you are taking some sort of authorization from some office authority in order to get the next work smoothly done. So this is like that kind of thing we can say.
Yeah, here the Lord is treated like a offering machine. Okay, like we have seen a chapati cooking machine is there. Then there is offering machine also. So this is the consciousness of the person. I want to eat what I like. Okay, but I don't want to take the sins of it. So I will offer it to the Lord and then accept it. So here the liking is first priority, then the pleasure of the Lord. Okay, the personal liking is more than the pleasure of Lord. Consideration for the personal liking is more compared to the consideration of the pleasure of the Lord. So that is like Nishkam Karma Yoga. So if this motive is there in our offering, then we are not doing bhakti. That is very clear from this statement. But if somebody thinks, oh, what does the Lord like? Okay, so Lord will like something, this item, and then I will cook it for the Lord. I'll purchase it for the Lord. I'll cook it for the Lord and offer it for the pleasure of the Lord. Then that is bhakti. Okay. So what is the proof for this principle? So the proof from the scriptures is given now. Yeah, read, Florin.
This is also understood from the words of Prahlada. Iti pumsara Vishnu bhaktischenava lakshana kriyet bhagavati adhatan manne ditam uttamam. If the bhakti of nine types is performed after being offered by the devotee of the Lord, I consider that the top was. Hence, that is the case in this verse, though not stated.
Yeah, see, though not stated, but that is the case. This is insight of Vishnu of Baldev Vidyabhushan. This is what he is revealed. He has got revelation by the Lord in his heart to write here. Okay, so even though it is not there in the verse, he is saying. So what is the proof he has given? So performed after being offered. Where is that in the shloka? So Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha. Okay, iti pumsa arpita. Okay, arpita means offered. What is offered? Bhakti, which is having Navalakshana. So what is the verse previous to this? Anybody remembers? 7:5:18 is what? Raj Maharaj, very famous verse, one of the most famous verse.
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam.
Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. Okay, Iti Pumsar Pita Vishnu, Bhakti Chaitanya Lakshana, Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha, Tanmanni Adhitam Uttamam. So that is the shloka before this. So 9 limbs he has told, and then he say Iti, these 9 limbs. First offered and then later Kriyeta, performed. Okay, so then it becomes Bhakti. Okay, yeah, continue.
Srila Prabhupada. For the intelligent person, it is essential to be in Krishna consciousness, engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, in order to achieve a permanent blissful abode for eternal happiness. The process of
So
achieving
what is
such a
Prabhupada
marvelous...
telling here? Which verse he is quoting? What is the context? Why did Prabhupada write this point? Why is he beginning this purport with this line?
Satatam kirtayanto na.
Yes. Yeah. What else? We discussed just now. We discussed in the commentary of Baldev Vidyabhushan. His also first line was this only. But Prabhupada is written in different words. We'll go back and see. See what is written here in Baldev
Satatam
Vidyabhushan.
kirtayanto na.
No. First line of Baldev Vidyabhushan, what is it? Is there here? He's saying, having said that one should perform bhakti to the Lord because it yields eternal, unlimited results, and because it is easy to perform. Correct. So this was 9.25, eternal. And see what Prabhupada started with. Permanent, eternal happiness. So this is same thing as 9.25 Prabhupada is speaking actually. Yeah, continue.
The process of achieving such a marvelous result is very easy and can be attempted even by the poorest of the poor without any kind of qualification. The only qualification required in this connection is to be a pure devotee of the Lord.
Yeah, 1 minute. So what is the meaning of this pure devotee of the Lord? That means only pure devotee can offer food stuff to the Krishna or do worship. What is the meaning of this word pure devotee here then?
For the pleasure of Lord, not for his liking.
No, that will come later. But here what Prabhupada is saying. Why is written the word pure devotee?
Ananya bhav se, with Ananya bhav.
Yeah.
At least
Okay.
we should have pure desire.
Yeah, correct.
As
So
per,
this
as
pure
per
devotee
Acharya,
is,
like that.
yeah, correct. Thank you, Prabhuji. This pure devotee can be a sadhaka of pure devotional service. Okay, who has his pure desire or his faith, basically. His faith is pure. But he may have some anartha still. So he is also a pure devotee in the sense that he has a faith which is pure. Otherwise, only perfected devotees. If this pure devotee is not equal to perfected devotee. There is a difference between pure devotee and perfected devotee. Perfected devotee means he is at the stage of bhava or prema. But this pure devotee Prabhupada is saying is sadhaka of pure devotional service. Okay. Yeah, continue.
It does not matter what one is or where one is situated. The
Hmm.
process is so easy that even a leaf or a little water or fruit can be offered to the Supreme Lord in genuine love, and the Lord will be pleased to accept it.
Yeah.
No one therefore can be barred from Krishna consciousness because it is so easy and universal. Who is such a fool that he does not want to be Krishna conscious by this simple method and thus attain the highest perfectional life of eternity, bliss and knowledge? Krishna wants only loving service and nothing more. Krishna accepts even little flower from his pure devotee. He does not want any kind of offering from a non-devotee. He is not in need of anything from anyone because he is self-sufficient, and yet he accepts the offering of his devotee in exchange of love and affection.
Yeah, so what is the example that Krishna did not accept the offerings of a non-devotee? Is Mukund Patru?
Sorry, Guruji, I am just trying to recollect, but I'm not able to recall.
Okay, somebody else can tell.
Prabhuji, when Krishna
of
went
Duryodhana.
to Hastinapur, he didn't accepted the offering of 56 book from Duryodhan, but he accepted even banana peels from Vidura's wife.
Okay, yes, thank you, Mati. Yeah, I think same example was given by the devotee also. Okay. Yeah, continue, Krishna.
To develop Krishna consciousness is the highest perfection of the life. Bhakti is mentioned twice in this verse in order to declare more emphatically that bhakti or devotional service is the only means to approach Krishna.
Yeah, so this was mentioned earlier. Who told this point? Earlier we read Bhakti is mentioned twice to emphasize that Bhakti is the only means to approach. We read, na? Krishna we read. Baldev Bhushan mentioned.
Yeah.
He mentioned with devotion and devotion. Why he mentioned? Intention of that is to show that Bhakti alone satisfies. Same thing Prabhupada is writing. Yes, please read.
No other condition, such as becoming a Brahmana, a learned scholar, a very rich man, or a great philosopher, can induce Krishna to accept some offering. Without the basic principle of bhakti, nothing can induce the Lord to agree to accept anything from anyone. So, I'm not able to see the. Bhakti is never casual. The process is
Causal. Obviously, it is not casual also. Causal
Okay.
means with any cause. Okay, Bhakti is not caused by anything. Yeah.
The process is eternal. It is direct action in service of the absolute whole.
Yeah, correct. So sometimes we may see that somebody is a great philosopher or he has a lot of money, so he may give some money and go for advanced darshan, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. Then no rush, and then one can go fast. So that does not mean he'll get a good darshan of the Lord and then he will be able to see the Lord. Not like that. But at the same time, we cannot condemn also that he is paying money and going ahead as if he can see the Lord. So it all depends on not these factors, whether he's a philosopher or he has lot of money. It all depends how much he can see the Lord is how much bhakti is in the heart. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. Whether he pays money and goes ahead or he comes in behind, that is not the matter. If he has bhakti in his heart, he will see the Lord. Okay. Yeah, continue.
One who loves Krishna will give him whatever he wants, and he avoids offering anything which is undesirable or unasked. Thus, meat, fish, and eggs should not be offered to Krishna.
So similarly, like that onion, garlic mixed with that food, some paramparas are there, sampradayas are there, who even though we are tulsi mala, but they eat onion garlic. They don't have the knowledge basically that we should not offer with this onion garlic and eat it. Okay, they are all tamasic, so they are filled with tamas. So that reduces the brain's activity. That is scientific reason, and the spiritual reason is they increase the tamoguna.
If he desired such things as offering, he would have said so. Instead, he clearly requests that a leaf, fruit, flower, water be given to him, and he says, "Of this offering, I will accept it." Therefore, we should understand that he will not accept meat, fish, and eggs. Vegetable, grain, fruit, milk, and water are the proper food for human beings and are prescribed by Lord Krishna himself. Whatever else we eat cannot be offered to him since he will not accept it. Thus, we cannot be acting on the level of loving devotion if we offer such foods.
Yeah, somebody unmuted. Please mute yourself. Some background noise is there. Yeah, some bell is ringing. I think somebody offering some food, I think. Okay. So yeah, basically here the point is that whatever else we cannot be, whatever else we cannot, sorry, we eat cannot be offered to him. Okay. So whatever Lord desires, we have to offer that because the consideration is pleasure of the Lord first. So if somebody is considering pleasure of Lord first, he'll offer that what he likes. So if a institutional thing is there, like then we can make a particular menu. Okay, and then offer. Okay. But it may not be possible that every time to offer something specific only, but there can be a institutional thing where one can make a monthly menu or some bi-weekly menu at temple and then offer it like that.
In the third chapter, verse 13, Sri Krishna explains that only the remains of sacrifice are purified and fit for consumption of those who are seeking advancement in life and release from the clutches of material entanglement.
So yeah, we can see very much that when one takes the prasadam, like you have two people who may eat the same food. One is offered to the Lord and made with the same ingredients, but one is offered to the Lord and one is not offered. And one eats, one can clearly see the difference between the two items when he eats. Okay, many times we see people who come to temple and eat some simple khichdi. They say also that how this is very, very tasty compared to so many other costly items they have eaten outside in some hotel. Okay, so this is very, very important. Why? Because prasadam is so much empowered with the glance of the Lord by the bhakti. It is empowered with bhakti. So it has a different experience out of completely, which is spiritual. Yeah. So that's why that Mataji's book, Yamuna Mataji's book, that became so famous also. Okay, because it was written with love and devotion, obviously, and she did a service with so much love and devotion. Otherwise, there are so many books in the world, cookbooks, but they did not become like so famous. Yes, bro.
Those who do not make an offering of their food, he says in the same verse, are eating only sin. In other words, their every mouthful is simply deepening their involvement in the complexities of material nature.
Yeah, so when Krishna glances, see, he does what? He endues with devotion and also removes the karma of the food. Okay, so we can see that anybody who is eating the prasadam, even we see hippies and all, and even ourselves, we can see in our life, they were eating the food stuff which was offered to Krishna, and slowly they could give up very easily, give up the meat eating habit or illicit sex, whatever the bad habits. They quickly gave it up like that. Yes, bro.
But preparing nice, simple vegetable dishes, offering them before the picture of deity or Lord Krishna, and bowing down and praying for him to accept such a humble offering enable one to advance steadily in life, to purify the body and to create fine-brained tissues which will lead to clear thinking.
Yeah, so this is very important to eat only prasadam. And there may be some circumstances when emergency there or one has gone out. So there may not be possible to offer it on the go. So then one cannot take food stuffs which are like natural. It may be like curd or it may be fruits. Okay, and best is to plan when we are going out of home. One can plan if it is long journey that to carry something. But if it is not at all possible, it's a very long journey. Nowadays, I don't think anybody travels 2 days in a train. They take flight generally. But if sometimes situation comes like that, so yeah, emergency situation, Lord understands. But if that emergency becomes a regular habit, that also Lord understands. Yeah, so he will not be giving the same results as one does for emergency situation. He understands, but if that person is making that emergency situation again come because of not planning, so Lord will understand that he is not serious. Okay. Yes, bro.
Above all, the offering should be made with an attitude of love.
Mm.
Krishna has no need of food since he already possesses
So what is
everything that
Prabhupada
he
saying this about this attitude of love? What is the point here? Somebody can tell. Yeah, Prasanna Gopal bro. What is this attitude of love? What is Prabhupada telling about? Which point of the shloka or previous purport we read? Three terms are there in the shloka of bhakti. Which is this attitude of love?
Upavrutam.
Bhakti, bhakti is the word, like with bhakti should be offered.
Which bhakti? Bhakti is 3 times coming in the shloka, right? So which word?
Bhakti Upavrutam.
Paruta, yeah, Paruta.
Yeah, second one, yes. That is attitude of love. So this is
And
from Vishwanath Thakur, yeah.
Prayatatman also, like with pure consciousness.
That is, yeah, it's not here, it will come. Yes, continue.
Krishna has no need of food, since he already possesses everything that be, yet he will accept the offering of one who desires to please him in that way. The important element in preparation, in serving and in offering is to act with love for Krishna.
Yes, so this whole point telling about Bhaktya Uparitam. Okay, so it should be offered with love. Yeah, this the second Bhakti. Yeah.
But in actuality, Krishna, the Supreme Godhead, has senses, and it is stated
Okay,
that his senses
basically previously Prabhupada told that impersonalists think that Krishna doesn't have senses. So he's refuting it, yeah.
It is stated that his senses are interchangeable. In other words, one sense can perform the function of any other. This is what it means to say that Krishna is absolute. Lacking senses, he could hardly be considered full in all opulences.
Yeah.
And so in this instance, Krishna, hearing the devotee's word of love in offering foodstuffs, is fully identical with his eating and actually tasting. This point should be emphasized because of his absolute position, his hearing is wholly identical with his eating and tasting. Only the devotee who accepts Krishna as he describes himself without interpretation can understand that the Supreme Absolute Truth can eat food and enjoy it.
Okay, any question on what we discussed till now?
Yeah, I'll put my question and then mute basically. As you mentioned, basically, suppose we are traveling long distance and we don't have a prasad with us basically. I just underwent some similar situation. So I asked the pantry people to give me some food which is without onion and garlic. So he prepared the food, but I didn't had tulsi and other thing to offer to make it prasadam basically. So in such situation, how we can offer to Krishna and make it prasadam?
Yeah, as I told, one can plan to, while traveling, best is to carry cooked food from home. Okay, because pantry people, one is the purity is not there. See, it's not that anybody cooks and we can offer to Krishna. So as I told yesterday, cooking also is a part of deity worship only. So one should have purity. Which purity, Prabhuji? You remember? 2 types of purity we discussed. 3 actually, yeah. 3 types of purity. And what are the 3?
Purity of food, purity of mind and body.
Okay. No, this much only. Purity of food, mind and body. This much minimum. More you can have, obviously. But these are minimum, Prabhuji. So purity of food in pantry. Do you think it is pure?
No.
Purity of mind. The person who cooked, he has pure mind? Not able to hear anything.
No.
Okay. He has pure body?
No.
Okay. So there is no question of offering it at all. Okay. So that's why I'm saying one can plan before going to any travel to have a food which is cooked, either cook oneself or cooked by somebody who is a devotee. Okay. And then offer
but
it.
in case, in such case, we can buy some fruits and
Fruits, yeah, that's
offer.
what I told. We can buy some fruits which is not like cooked item and we can offer. Okay. But if there is some health issue, okay, but he has to accept some item, then he should better plan and take it. Okay. Does that answer?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Yes, Prerna Mataji?
Prabhuji, in previous, I think Baldev Vidya Bhushan's comment, bhakti is never causal. Yes,
Causal,
bhakti
here.
causal.
This one?
So causal doesn't mean that to initiate bhakti, one doesn't need any cause or.
Yeah, it means that bhakti is caused by bhakti only. Okay. Like what is the cause of bhakti? We discussed when one has sukriti, then he gets faith. Correct. How does one gain sukriti? He gets sukriti from devotees. Correct.
And then, yes.
So devotees have bhakti in their heart. So bhakti gives sukriti, that gives faith in bhakti. So bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya, 11th canto, Lord Krishna says. So from bhakti comes bhakti. So that's what is meant here. Bhakti is not caused by karma or jnana or any other pious activity. That is the meaning.
And then again we say that artha jigyasi arthardo jnani cha bharata tarshava chaturvida bhajanti ma. Then artha jigyasi, artharthi, artha and artharthi. Are they having association of devotee?
Yes, we discussed, Mataji. There the focus of the verse is on that sukriti. No, they are all sukriti, having sukriti. That's why they approach the Lord. They already have met devotees in past life. Otherwise, everybody who is artha is not coming to Lord.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, Aruna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question was the whole purport talks about offering things with love. And but I feel, well, this at least happens with me, that most of the times maybe we do not have, I mean, because we know it, the food should be offered first to Lord, not just food, everything we use before we use in our life, we should offer it to Krishna. But sometimes, or I think I still am not at the level where, we offer the things with literal pure love. So does Lord accepts? That's my question.
What is the last thing? Little pure love.
Yes, yes. It is not with the, I think the the level of prema with which I sometimes even, to be honest, feel that I am just ritualistically offering it. I do not have that level of love for Krishna. So does he accept, like if we offer our food or anything at home?
Yeah, see, basically the point is if one has the intention of removing those anarthas, he may be having very weak, like Kanishta Adhikari faith, weak faith, but his faith is pure. Okay, he may have more conditioning. Okay, that is okay, but at least he wants to purify himself through the process of bhakti and give up those anarthas, and at the same time attain prema. That is his goal. He has fixed that goal. See, if that goal is fixed, and then he is trying to have these three conditions as it was told. He wants to accept initiation in a proper parampara if he is not initiated. And then second thing is while offering, he has no other ulterior motive that I want something from the Lord in exchange because I'm offering food. But he has only desire that, okay, let it be for the pleasure of the Lord. And at the same time, one may have in the back of the mind that, okay, I also need it for fulfilling my bodily needs because we are hungry. So these all things come into the not anartha, they all come into which is anukul for bhakti. So kindly understand that bhakti doesn't mean only 9 limbs. It means the 9 limbs along with the things which are favorable for those 9 limbs. Okay, favorable items for these 9 limbs. So these both together form bhakti. These favorable items may be sleeping, eating, drinking. Okay, all these things are favorable for bhakti. So they are all counted in the bhakti path itself. They are not separate items. So that's why yesterday I told somebody is going for working or earning money for maintaining his family. So that all is part of bhakti because that he is doing to support what Krishna has given him as a responsibility. Okay, so he may have more anarthas. That is not the concern. Concern is whether his goal is to please the Lord or not, and whether he is trying his best to keep the three things in parampara, and then the mood of offering, and then third is purity of body, mind, and food. Okay, then Krishna accepts.
Okay, Prabhuji, can you repeat this thing again? You said combination of what? Bhakti and the nine.
Combination of the 9 limbs, basically. See, we may generally think bhakti means what? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, all these 9 things. that is surely bhakti, but something which supports that practice of 9 limbs, like eating food, drinking water, sleeping, all these daily activities one may be doing, they are all part of bhakti only. Okay, because they are all for supporting the 9 limbs. Okay, so as you asked that, sometimes we may have a desire in the back of mind or thought that, okay, because I want to eat, so I'm offering. No, surely the maintenance of body is part of bhakti. Okay. Does it answer the
Yes,
question?
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. It does answer, but I still have a slight, maybe I need more clarity on this. Like we still say, I've heard from the devotees that because we are not at that level and we generally cook, we generally eat bhoga or prasad that we ourselves cook. That is why our consciousness is not able to advance or elevate. So ideally, we should try. Because it is not possible for a grahastha to every day eat Mahaprasad from temple. So how? What hope do we have then of elevating our consciousness through prasadam?
No, that's what I'm not able to understand. What is the difference between the food you are cooking and Mahaprasad you are telling about? What is the difference? I'm not able to understand. Both are
Correct,
included with
but
bhakti.
actually, Mahaprasad in temple, if I say, there generally Brahman initiated devotees are cooking and it is offered to the Lord who's Pranpratishthit in the temple. So that definitely has a different degree of devotion in it. And the of food that I cook at my place, I'm still not initiated, and plus I have general photos. And definitely I am not having that devotion which the temple devotees are having. So
Yes. All this is true, Mataji. I understand your point. All this is surely true. Okay, all this surely make sure that the offering is nicely done. But there is something which is external appearance, and there is also internal, which is bhakti also should be there. So it's not necessary that everything offered in temple to pran-pratishthiत deities cooked by second initiated devotee is always in the mood of pleasing the Lord. It may not be. It depends on who has cooked, what was his consciousness while he was cooking. It's very much subjective. We cannot just label it that something coming out as Mahaprasad is surely very high standard compared to any Grihastha cooking at home. There are many Grihasthas who may be having very genuine, pure devotion and very nice practice, the understanding of the Shastra, understanding what Lord accepts, how he accepts. At the same time, they will be able to offer it with love. So that one should not label it as what is cooked at the homes is not as high standard as Mahaprasad. So one cannot compare like these things. These are all subjective things. It all depends on those factors, how much one is able to practice. Okay, these three things: bhakti in his heart, basically the attitude or the attitude of love for the Lord. Okay, and by external being second initiated or first initiated, it's nothing to do. Bhakti in the heart. So that is the main thing in this verse, that in the heart, what is the bhakti? Then there may be external things like initiation and then purity of food and all. These are external factors. Internal is the second point where Prabhupada mentioned in this purport. See here. Yeah, see, the offering should be above all. What is this meaning of above all? Above what?
all other
Above
factors.
everything else.
Yeah.
All means everything else. Whatever 1 and 3 has come in the shloka, whether it is initiation or purity of food, above all, there is attitude of love. So that's why yesterday I gave example of the karma bai's khichdi. She was cooking it while brushing, and then she was churning it with that one. So that is the meaning of this above all. So this attitude of love is the most important, whereas externals may be there. First initiation, second initiation, or the purity of food which is cooked. All that is good. But above all, attitude of love is what is considered. So one cannot label that what is cooked in temple is not good or it's good compared to other place, or what is cooked in one temple is better than something cooked in another temple. These all are very subjective. One cannot compare that.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Shri Ganga Putapur.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Like Prabhuji, just almost everything is clarified, but just I wanted to ask that sometimes like mind gives chance to eat something with some excuses actually. like here in Shri Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, it is said that if somebody has a personal desire, then Krishna doesn't accept actually. One should not have personal desire. So one thing is clarified, like you gave the clarification through the menu also. It's an organization. So we design the menu, and according to that we prepare an offer and we serve. But sometimes it happens that in family life nowadays, like pizza and burger and vada pav, such things also we like certain some things we prepare in home and some things we purchase from outside. Like if we are going for pizza, at least base is in like we're purchasing from outside. And also in as in Guru Ashtakam also it is said that Chaturveda, like 4 types of foods we prepare and offer. So like how this is accepted, or to which extent we can accept and offer and eat Guruji, like in practical way, in especially in Grihastha life, at least
Yeah,
in my case.
nothing. I don't know why everybody always keeps telling Grihastha life as if it is very much different from Brahmacharis.
No, but
it's
practically.
practically everything practical only, Guruji. Yeah. So here, basically, the point is we cannot catch one instance and tell that today this thing was offered and so it is impure. See, the point is whether that devotee is wanting to move towards the pure standard. Today he might have eaten the pizza with base not offered, but whether he is wanting to move towards the pure standard or not, that is more important. Is his desire that no, I want to just continue eating something which is not offered? That one cannot just point out one thing in his life. If he has a desire to move ahead, but currently he may be wanting to enjoy that, that is okay. Okay. So, but at the same time, there should be a desire that he wants to increase his standard. Okay. But that should not be taken as a license for becoming insincere. Okay. So, bhakti is something not which cannot be bound in rules always. But at the same time, it cannot be fully spontaneous. I hope I'm able to tell something which is understandable. Okay, it is not spontaneous always. At the same time, it cannot be bound in rules. That somebody is following the rules always is performing bhakti nicely. That is also not true. So as much as possible, one should try to follow the standards. But if he is not able to, then he should at least set his goal that one day I want to become pure. And at the same time, reduce his impurity. Okay.
Prabhuji, like whether then it's clarified, Prabhuji, but like whether it is authorized that we can offer this pizza and burger and
No. As per standard, it's not authorized. One cannot offer something with what is made outside. That is a standard. But the devotee may not be always able to follow the standard. So sometime he may do like that. But he knows that this is the standard and I have to follow the standard. Then only Lord will accept. Okay.
yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay, any other question? Yes, Pranam.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, while in Jagannath Puri, that Panda and his wife told me that Jagannath ji doesn't eat at all green chili or red chili and some foreign vegetables like shimla mirch, potato and all that, flour. And I was thinking in the name of offering to the Lord, what all I am offering to Jagannath ji, because at home no one will like the food without chilies and all that. And Jagannath ji in Jagannath Puri doesn't eat at all the chilies and that. So whatever I'm offering to the Lord, is he accepting it?
Yeah.
This
So
question is welling in my mind since I have back from Jagannath Puri.
yeah, see, I don't think it is about green chili. It is about the green capsicum. But basically, the point is, see, the origin of this whole thing is these food items are not from Indian origin, whether it is capsicum or potato or all those things, whatever list they may tell you. But green chili, I don't think it is from the not Indian origin. Green chili has been part of Indian origin, and the green chili generally or red chili, what is there in India, that is very much accepted by Lord Jagannath. So what point they are saying is about the items which is not having Indian origin. Okay, so there is some list, but above all, what Srila Prabhupada told that we have to see. Okay, above all, offering should be made with an attitude of love. But again, this is not the license to offer anything. Somebody have an attitude of love, he will not offer something with onion garlic. That is not we should not go to that another extreme. One extreme is to understand that attitude of love is not so much important, and Lord will not accept even the foreign items or capsicum or other things, as you were saying. That is one extreme, that Lord will not accept these items, how much ever love you have. Whatever amount of love you have, Lord will never accept this. And second extreme is that because I am having love, I can offer anything. It may be non-veg, it may be onion, it may be garlic. Where is the love in that? Okay. So that's why these two extremes both are wrong. Okay. What is there in the balance is attitude of love is the highest. Okay. Something which may not be accepted in one parampara, as you told about Pandas in Jagannath Puri. Lord may not accept in that parampara, and he has set the rules in that parampara. If you take out the rules from that parampara and apply in ISKCON rules, it will not fit.
Okay.
Rules in that parampara will be followed in that parampara, and Lord will accept through that. But what is set up in ISKCON as rule by our DT ministry, that we have to follow. We cannot copy something from other sampradaya and implement in our life. Okay, that will create havoc. Okay,
Okay,
we'll not
thank
be able
you.
to understand only what is happening.
Thank you, Prabhuji, because every day I used to feel very guilty after the offering that Lord doesn't eat chili, and here anything is not made without chili.
No, no,
Thank
not
you.
like that.
Thank you.
Mm,
Okay, thank you,
yes.
Prabhuji.
Okay. I don't think any more questions are there on this. This is important shloka, that's why 2 questions. Okay, so now we'll continue with 27.
Prabhuji, I have one question. So just need
Ah.
your guidance. So generally there are like
No,
not
nothing like guidance. Yeah, whatever is there in this shloka, I'm trying to repeat. Yeah.
Yeah. So generally, while living in our corporate life and in our day-to-day, many things we have to deal. And sometimes we used to go to hometown or some other uh, marriages and some functions. So many times the problem comes of. I just need your suggestion. What should be done in case of eating things? Like generally, what happens is that sometimes we have to compromise with some or other way. We need to eat the unoffered food because it's like do or die situation in such a cases. So how to overcome such a scenarios, and is there any way by which we can later repent, or which can be sort of which can help us to come out of such a situations?
Yeah, so that emergency situation, Prabhuji, we have to understand that we are not wanting to do it. We are not wanting to be in that situation, but still it has come. Correct, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
That is the situation. Then, yeah, Lord is Bhavagrahi Janardana, and he will understand your bhav, what you have for the Lord. And even though emergency situation may come up like that, but Lord will not consider it as fault. Okay, and you are not taking that an offering to the Lord. So if one has the right attitude and one may eat also something because of emergency or saving one's job or not having wrong conception in the society, but just because of being a devotee. Like yesterday I told about doing Shraddha ceremony. So for a devotee, it is not at all required that he performs the Shraddha ceremony. But to keep the faith of the society people in the devotees, he performs it. Okay, so that they don't think this devotee is something utopian person. He is something out of the world. I should never become devotee. That will be anti-preaching. So in that kind of situations, one can accept it, and one can accept it without faith. Like without faith, anything is done that will not lead to its results. So whether one gives charity without faith or accept some food item also without faith, and sometimes even it may happen that somebody is forcing us to take some demigod Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad, obviously, demigod's prasad. So if it is something unavoidable situation, generally one can try to avoid. But if it is like Lord Shiva's Mahaprasad, then one can accept it, him being as a Vaishnava. Okay. But it may not be offered by somebody who is Vaishnava or cooked by Vaishnava, but extreme situation I'm saying. To save the anti-preaching, one can accept sometime. Okay. Like that. But one can try to avoid as much as possible. Okay, Broji.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, so we'll take 5 minutes break and then we'll start with the next shloka. Okay. Next. I'm just pausing recording. Somebody can remind later. Thank you. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yadjuhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Okay. Ishavati, are you available? Can you read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me.
Yeah, so now it seems like there is a contradiction. Now Lord said, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, 4 things you can offer me. But now he's saying, oh, whatever you do, whatever you eat, everything you can offer me. It seems like there is a contradiction. No, one should not understand this shloka like that. The meaning is that no, whatever I have told, okay, similar items, you can offer it. And also, don't offer what is not recommended in the Shastra. So one has to follow the Shastra. Lord has said just few things in this shloka, but there may be many other things that one should not offer, that is not recommended for Vaishnavas to be offered. So in that context, one has to understand. One should not think this is a contradiction. So basically, this verse is telling about how one can dovetail the propensities in bhakti. This is not the highest standard, actually, because this is having a tinge of that principle of Nishkama Karma Yoga that I told earlier. That first priority one has is his own liking. Okay, so in that context, this shloka is told. It's not the highest standard. Highest standard is okay, whatever is the pleasure of the Lord, that I will offer. But here is second priority given for the pleasure of Lord. So it's like encouraging anyone that whatever you may be doing, whatever you may be eating, whatever you offer, okay, or you give as charity, whatever austerity you do, anyhow you are doing it, do that for me as an offering to me, like that. Okay, but following the Shastras. But he may be following Shastra, but he may be having first his own liking, second the pleasure of the Lord. So in this context, the shloka is told. Okay, yes, Matthew, please read.
Among all the types of bhakti, you have mentioned starting with mention of the bhakti of the sufferer, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and the jnani. Which bhakti should I perform? O Arjuna, because you cannot reject karma, jnana, and other processes in your present state, and you are not qualified for the supreme bhakti, Kevala bhakti, and because you should not degrade yourself to perform the inferior sakam bhakti. You should perform bhakti with a slight mixture of karma and jnana. Karma jnana mishra, pradhani bhuta bhakti. But which is nishkam?
Okay, this is a little bit detailed. So this is a question which is asked by Arjuna. And who is Arjuna? Arjuna is a pure devotee, but he is representing all of us, all the people who are readers of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so he is asking, okay, among all types of bhakti you have mentioned, like Artho Jigyasu, Artharthi Jnani, all the things you have mentioned, which should I perform? So what was the bhakti of those people? That was Karma Mishra Bhakti. Then that was 7th chapter. Then 8th chapter was Yoga Mishra Bhakti, where Sapta Chakra Yoga was described. And now 9th chapter is the Kevala Bhakti. Kevala Bhakti. That is 9th chapter. So he is asking, okay, now what type of bhakti should I perform? So the person Arjuna surely is pure devotee, but Lord is saying through him that in the current state, you perform with a slight mixture of karma and jnana. What is the meaning of that slight mixture? That meaning is this, that you may have your own liking, okay, but offer it to me. Okay, you have your liking, but offer it to me. So please understand, this is not Kevala Bhakti Shloka. Okay, Kevala Bhakti Shloka was previous, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, and then 3 factors of Bhakti. This is like dove telling. Dove telling means, like example I will give. Okay, a person is there, he has his car, and then somebody wants to go to the airport, some devotee. This person says, okay, I will drop him to the airport as a devotional service. Or temple needs some car for some service, I will give it for the temple. That is like dove telling. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur purchasing a car and then engaging it in service of Krishna, that is not dove telling. That is called Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya means Kevala Bhakti. Means he purchases the car itself for the service of Lord. Primary purpose is for the service of the Lord, then he wants to purchase. But this dovetailing is what? He already has a car because he wanted a car, he purchased it already. Now he is thinking, how can I engage it in service? So many times these are used interchangeably, Yukta Vairagya and dovetailing, but it is not the same. There is very fine difference. Okay, so Yukta Vairagya means first is service or pleasure of Lord. Second is my liking. Okay. So he understands. So there is service to the Lord. He will purchase the car like Bhakti Siddhanta. He did it. But he may do want to preach in a certain way by purchasing the car for attracting the masses. Okay, this may be there or may not be there. My liking. For very great devotees, this may not be there at all. So I hope that difference is clear in this shloka. Yeah. So we'll Mataji, please.
Krishna explains this in 2 verses. Whatever you do, whether following the rules of the Vedas or whether performing worldly action, whatever you eat or drink in ordinary life, whatever austerities you perform, do it in such a way that it becomes an offering to me. One should call this neither Nishkam Karma Yoga nor Bhakti Yoga. The practitioners of Karma Yoga offers actions prescribed in the scriptures to the Lord, but not all of the actions they do in the ordinary life. This view is accepted by everyone.
See, so basically here we have to understand there are Sakam Karma Yoga people, then higher than them is Nishkam Karma Yoga people, then higher than them are these people who are Karma, Jnana, Mishra, Bhakti, basically Pradhani Bhut Bhakta. And then there is Kevala Bhakta. Okay, so what is the difference among all these? Okay, this is little bit detail. If you don't understand also it's okay, but try to hear attentively. Sakam Karma Yoga people are who? They are having their own liking. They want to go to Swarga, for example. So they will ask the scriptures, what is the way to go to Swarga? Okay, do worship of Vishnu in this particular yagya, by this particular yagya, and then you will go to Swarga. They will do that. So their primary focus is the goal of going to Swarga, materialistic pleasure. Okay, but they will worship Vishnu for that. So that's why it's called yoga. Nishkam Karma Yoga means they have the desire of no material enjoyment. They want to attain liberation. This is a spiritual goal. They have a spiritual goal. They had this Sakam Karma Yoga people had a material goal, Swarga. These people at least have a spiritual goal, and they will go to whom? Vishnu only for seeking liberation. Okay, but they already have decided that I want to get liberated from this material world. There is no pleasure of Lord included in that. Okay, pleasure of Lord is not considered in these two. No consideration for Lord's pleasure. Okay. And then this Pradhanibhut Bhakti that was explained here, Yat Karoshi Yadashnasi, Yat Juhosi Dadasiyat. So this is Pradhanibhut Bhakti, as told here, this Pradhanibhut Bhakti. Okay, so this is what? This is first is liking, and second is the pleasure of Lord. Whatever I like, I will do, but I will, the pleasure of the Lord is secondary, but I will do it offering to the Lord. Okay, pleasure of Lord or offering to Lord. Okay, he has something already, or he wants to do something already, but secondarily he will consider offering to the Lord. Kevala Bhakti means first is from the beginning, like Prahlad Maharaj told. First the activity is offered, then it is performed. Like I want to cook chapati. So first only it is considered that, okay, today I will offer chapati to the Lord. So he will purchase the atta for the Lord, and then he will make the, what is that, dough for the Lord's pleasure, and then he will make the chapati and offer it for the Lord's pleasure. All the things are from beginning to end bhakti only. And then he will eat also for maintaining his body so that he can perform bhakti. That is also for the pleasure of the Lord. Your Lord wants him to maintain his body like that. So from beginning to end, everything is bhakti. That is called Kevala Bhakti. Okay. So that is the difference. So first is pleasure of Lord. And then personal liking, it may not be there also. Okay. That is the understanding of this shloka. Yeah. So one very fine point here which is mentioned. See, these practitioners of Karma Yoga, Sakama Karma Yoga and Nishkama Karma Yoga, they will do Sandhya Vandanam and all and offer it to the Lord. But not activities like bathing, eating, sleeping. These are not offered to Lord. Okay. This part is offered. Whatever is prescribed in Vedas, that is offered to the Lord. But this is not offered to Lord. But for a Kevala Bhakta, everything he does, including sleeping, eating, bathing, or chanting, 9 limbs, everything is offered to Lord. Okay, that is the understanding. Yeah. So this is the difference. Externally, activity is same. They are also bathing. People, devotees also are bathing. They are also eating. Devotees also are eating. But there is lot of difference. Purpose is different. Okay. Yes, Mate, please read.
Yes. The devotees, however, offer to the Lord all the actions of their minds, prans, and senses. The method of bhakti is stated.
Yeah, so this is
in
what I told. They offer everything to the Lord. Okay. Body, mind, and words. All these things they offer. Body, prana, and senses, whatever. Yeah. So, and this shloka is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So they offer body, words, and mind, senses, intelligence, purified consciousness, everything to the Supreme. Thinking what? This is their thought. This is for the pleasure of Lord Narayana, Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, whatever. Yes, please read.
mention that I should offer Krishna, which is an anga of bhakti, aiming at the pleasure of Vishnu. And when you mention austerities, it means vows, such as Ekadashi fast. This is all Ananya Bhakti. How can you say that it is not? True, but Ananya Bhakti does not mean that you perform an action and offer it to the Lord. Rather, in Ananya Bhakti, the action is done after first offering it to the Lord. It is mentioned by Prahlad when he says, Iti pum
Yeah, this is same point
sharpita.
basically what we already discussed. Baldev Vidya Bhushan's commentary, I think, started. nahin, Vishwanath Thakur, yeah. So he is saying the same point we discussed earlier, that the action is done after it is offered. Okay, first is offering, then action is done later. That is the point. Okay. Yeah, I will just go to Prabhupada's, yeah.
Thus, it is the duty of everyone to mold his life in such a way that he will not forget Krishna in any circumstance. Everyone has to work for maintenance of his body and soul together, and Krishna recommends herein that one should work for him. Everyone has to eat something to live. Therefore, he should accept the remnants of foodstuffs offered to Krishna. Any civilized man has to perform some religious ritualistic ceremonies. Therefore, Krishna recommends, do it for me, and this is called archana. Everyone has a tendency to give something in charity. Krishna says, give it to me. And this means that all surplus money accumulated should be utilized in furthering the Krishna's consciousness movement. Nowadays, people are very much inclined to the meditational process, which is not practical in this age. But if one practices meditating on Krishna 24 hours a day by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, uh, round his beads, he surely the greatest meditator and the greatest yogi, as substantiated by the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
So where Krishna says in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita this thing, that he is greatest yogi.
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां
Yamapi Sarvesham.
Yes, yoginam api sarvesham madgate antaratmana shraddhavan bhajte yo mam
श्रद्धावान्
samayukta
भजते
tatah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So these two shlokas, 27 and 28, both are about that only, dove telling. And now 28 is saying what is the result of such practice or such bhakti. Subha ashubha falerevam moksha se karma bandhanah sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimukto mamupasyasi. Okay, Mother Harinam Prabhuji, please read the translation.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, in this way, you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me, in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me.
Okay, so two things Krishna has said. First is Subha Ashubha Phala, moksha se, liberated. Liberation from Shubha and Ashubha Phala. Okay. Second, Vimukto. Mam upasyasi. You will attain me. Okay. So one is liberation. Second is attainment of Lord. So liberation from what? Karma. Okay. What kind of karma? Karma are of two types. Good, bad. Basically here Prabhupada has told auspicious, inauspicious. Same thing. Yeah. So good karma is coming from where? Pious activities. Bad karma is coming from where? Sinful activities. Okay. So one will be liberated from both the karmas. Okay. That is first thing which will happen. That is first result of bhakti. And then second thing is he will get attainment of the Lord. Mam upasyasi. Okay. These two things will happen. Now, when the Krishna is going to say Sarva Dharma Parityaja Mamekam Sarvam Praja, so he says Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo. I will release you from all the sins. That also includes that he will release us from all the pious activities, the reactions of pious activities. That is included, but it's not specifically told. How we can understand? We can understand from this. Okay. That he is releasing us from all the pious activity and sinful activities. Pious activity, we are not going to Swarga, and sinful activity, we are not going to hellish life. So both the things are removed from devotee life. That is the meaning of Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Mam eva Saranamraja, and then it says Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo also includes Punyebhyo. Punya also will be removed. Okay. So devotee may think, oh, why the Lord is removing all the punya? Punya is good, na? No, no, no. Nothing material is good. Whether it is gold chain or it is iron chain, both are not good. Both are like shackles to the material world. Okay, somebody is prisoner, he has golden chains. Will he be very happy? No, no, he is inside prison only. No need to be happy. Okay, like that. Okay. Yes, Prabhu, please read. Madhaharina, Prabhu.
You, with mind engaged in renunciation of the results of the actions, sannyas yoga, will not only be liberated, but being preeminent among the liberated souls, vimuktaha, will attain me. You will come close to me to serve me directly.
Yeah, so Vimukta means what? Attainment of the Lord in a special way. Vimukta. Vishesha Rupena Mukta. Okay. It is special liberation. What is the special liberation? Vishesha Mukti? You will come and serve me directly in Santaras or Dasaras, Vatsalya Ras, Sakhyaras or Madhurya Ras. That is the meaning. Yeah, read this.
This achievement with direct serving to me is far superior to liberation. That is indicated in this verse. Note. Those who performs bhakti attain more than liberation, which is reserved for the gyanis and yogis. This bhakta is superior to sakam bhakta and niskam jnana misra bhakti, which yields salokya and santa rasa respectively. It yields direct service to the Lord.
Yeah. So this is a greater kind of achievement, direct service to the Lord. It's not Brahma Jyoti. Okay, this liberation is not Brahma Jyoti liberation. That is the difference. Okay. Brahma Jyoti, who will attain? This Nishkama Karma Yogi, they will attain. And who will attain this? This will be attained by Pradhani Bhut and Kevala Bhakti. Yeah, please read Prabhupada's comment.
One who acts in Krishna consciousness under superior direction is called Yukta Vairagya. The technical term is Yukta Vairagya. This is further explained by Rupa Goswami as follows. Anasaktasya visayan yatharham upayunjataha nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagya uchyate. Rupa Goswami says that as long as we are in this material world, we have to act. We cannot seize things. Therefore, if actions are performed and the fruits are given to Krishna, then that is called Yukta Vairagya.
Yeah, so here Yukta Vairagya has three things. First is Anasaktasya Vishayan. Means one is not attached to Vishaya, sense objects. Okay. Sense objects. Second, Yatha Araham Upayunjatah means using it in a favorable way for the Lord service. Okay. Object. Third, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. It is used only for Krishna. Not that sometime I use the car for my own sense gratification, for going to some movie, and then sometime I use it for Krishna. Whenever temple needs, I'll give it to the temple. Whenever temple doesn't need, I'll use it for going to movie. So that is not Yukta Vairagya, no. That is dovetailing. Okay. So used only for Krishna. This is third factor. That is called Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya Muchyate. These three factors should be satisfied. So one who has a sense object, he should not be attached to it. he should be using it favorably in Krishna service and always using it in Krishna service. Then only it is Yukta Vairagya. That's what Prabhupada has quoted this verse here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, here Prabhupada is saying there are 5 ways of serving the Lord. And same point, one who does this kind of bhakti, he will get special liberation, that is engaging directly in service of Lord, that we discussed. Yeah. Read this, please.
It is said, therefore, that by Vaishnava authorities that even the most intelligent persons cannot understand the plans and activities of the pure devotee. The exact word are Tanra Vakya Kriya Mudra Vigyana Bhujaya. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhulila 23.39. The person who is thus always engaged in the service of the Lord is always thinking and planning how to serve the Lord, is to be considered completely liberated at present, and in the future is going back to Godhead is guaranteed. He is above all materialistic criticism, just as Krishna is above all criticism.
Yeah, so here Prabhupada is giving the very nice formula for going back to Godhead. So always thinking and planning. Okay, so what is Prabhupada quoting here? He is quoting the same thing. Yoginam api sarvesham samay yukta tamo mata. He is always yukta in me. Okay, here also the word in the shloka, if you see, it came. Yukta atma. He is always engaged in me. So that is what Prabhupada is saying. He is always thinking about me, planning about how to serve me. Okay. So it is not just considering about 9 limbs. It has also inclusion of there are other things like management for institution. That is also included in Bhakti. He is always thinking and planning, plus taking care of family. Okay, that is also included in planning and thinking about the Lord. It may be something which is Lord has given them responsibility, or taking care of one's own body. Body needs. They are all considered into thinking and planning of the Lord. Okay, because they are all favorable. They are all favorable for bhakti. Okay. And who will decide what is favorable for bhakti or not? That decision one has to take, oneself has to take. How will one take the decision? Okay. See, the decision is taken by oneself, but how does he take the decision? He takes the decision under the guidance of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastri. Okay. So these things guide a person, but the decision maker is oneself, because he knows what is best for him. Other soul cannot know what is best for this soul. It may be whoever. Yeah. But he knows what is best for himself, so that he understands what is favorable for him as per his need. Now, somebody may be in Grihastha ashram, somebody may be in Brahmacharya ashram, somebody sannyas or whatever. So he understands what is his best place to perform bhakti. Okay, like Prabhupada writes in the Gajendra's purport that how Gajendra, being the animal of land, when he was in water, he could not fight because he was in an improper place. So Prabhupada writes there. So one should understand whether his mentality is like of a Grihastha or the Brahmachari or whatever. And then one should practice bhakti in that ashrama and with that varna, whatever. So he understands what is favorable. And he has to decide himself, but under the guidance of Guru Sadhu Shastra. And where is this told? Prabhupada tells this in very first line. See the first line. Read again, Prabhuji, first line. I think it's taking time to come from Nepal till India. Take some
Yeah,
few
it's
seconds. Yes,
yeah.
Prabhuji.
One who acts in Krishna consciousness under superior direction
Uh,
is called Yukta Vairagya.
yeah, so this
The
is what
technical
Prabhupada is
term
saying
is
here.
Yukta Vairagya.
Yukta superior direction is Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Sadhu means previous acharyas. Guru means one Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru. Shastra is Bhakti scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all these things. And among all of them, Shastra is highest. Okay, because Guru and Sadhu speak from where? They speak from Shastra. Okay, so this is what is the understanding of overall Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada is saying as per my understanding. Okay. Okay. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dvesho asti na priya ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapi. Okay, who did not get chance to read till now? Okay, Yamuna Vilas Prabhu. Okay, Subhida Mata is there, she can read. If not, you can read.
Yeah. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So here now Krishna is again bringing out the point that he is not partial to anyone, because till now one may say, oh, bhakti path you have made so easy. And these devotees you are giving what eternal results, and you are giving them a special mukti, you are giving them service to yourself, you are so partial. So one may say like that. So Krishna is clarifying, no, I am sama means equally disposed. To whom? Sarva Bhuteshu, to all living entities. Some living entity wants 2 chapati, I give him 2. Somebody wants 4 chapati, I give him 4. I don't say no, everybody should eat 4 only. Sama doesn't mean that I give everybody equally. Sama means what they need, I give them. Like that. Okay.
We're not able to hear.
In a sense of materialistic equality, everybody I give the same result. That would be like no discrimination. Okay, means whatever you want, I don't know. I will give you the same thing. I will give you bhakti only. You have to come and serve me. No, not like that. Name dvesha asti na priya. For me, nobody is dvesha. I don't do dvesha, or nobody is hateful. And nobody is na priya. Nobody is dear to me. But tu means change of context, not context, change, contrasting something basically. He told, nobody is dear to me, but one person is dear. Who? Mam Bhaktya. He is bhajan, he is doing bhajan of me. So he is very dear to me. See here, I am a friend and he is also friend to me. Maite teshu cha api aham. Like that he is saying. So basically this 29 shloka Krishna is contrasting that how bhakti is easy, but I give as per they want. Okay. I am equal to all. So equal is having a qualifier, not equal in material sense, but equal in the sense what they need. Yes, please read.
You liberate the devotees and then give yourself to your devotees, but not to the non-devotees. But then, do you not show prejudice arising from attraction and repulsion? The Lord refutes this in this verse.
Yes, so he is saying that same thing. Opposition is questioning the Lord that you are liberating the devotees, vimukta, you are giving them vimukti, vishesha mukti, and you give yourself to the devotees. But you don't do this for the non-devotees. Okay, and you do not show but then do you not show prejudice, duality arising from attraction repulsion? So Lord is answering. The Lord refutes this in the verse. He is saying same thing what I told. I am equal to all. I never hate anyone or favor anyone, like that. Okay. Yes, please read.
Thus, the statement should actually mean, as those who worship me with devotion are attached to me, so I am attached to them. Aham temai and aham testam. This takes into consideration the statement, As they surrender to me, I respond to them.
Yeah, same thing. So, Maite Teshu Chapiham. So, as they surrender, if they want to perform Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, I give them all options. Okay, and in whatever they choose, then I respond to them accordingly. Like that. Okay, so this is Vishnu. Yeah, continue.
Some persons explain that the word to indicates a different intention. I am equal to all, but still I favor my devotee. Thus, it means that the Lord has some prejudice classed as affection for the devotee. But they explain in the Lord this is an ornament or enhancement, not a fault. The affection of the Lord for his devotee is well known. He does not have affection for the Janani or the yogi. Jnani, sorry. Just as other persons have affection for their own servants and not for the servants of others, the Lord also has his affection for his devotees and not for the devotees of Shiva or Durga.
So here very nicely Vishwanath Thakur has explained that I am equal to all, but still I favor my devotees. He told in the shloka, nobody is dear to me, but devotees are dear to me, he is saying. Okay. So it means that the Lord has some prejudice classed as affection for devotee. Yes, that is true. Lord has some prejudice for those who are devotees. Why? Because the devotees give up everything and they take shelter of Lord. So is it not a fault? No, it is not a fault. It is an ornament. It is a bhushan. It is not dushan. Like that. It is ornament. It is not fault. Okay. Yeah. So one example is given here. So yeah, so Lord is not affectionate to these people who are practicing the Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga, Karma Yoga. He doesn't have, but he has for those who are practitioners of Bhakti Yoga. The example is given. So a person has affection for their own servants, not for the servants of others. And future example also Prabhupada will give, like a person has affection for his own children, even though he may be very charitable person. He gives lot of charity, but he will be having more love for his children. That is not natural. So Lord considers the devotees to be their children. So in that way, he is more affectionate. Okay. So we must have heard this story where once Akbar asked Birbal that, oh, what kind of Lord is there yours? He is so powerless that he has to himself always come to protect his devotee. Prahlad, he was in danger. So Lord himself had to come and protect him. He did not have anybody else to protect him. See, our Lord, he is so great that he doesn't have to come. He is the supreme and he protects everybody from there. So Birbal did not answer directly, as we know. Akbar Birbal story, he doesn't answer directly. He told, I will answer it in an appropriate moment. So the next day, there are two versions of story. One of this is that next day, while Akbar was there as the king, he was relaxing, and then his son was playing with some other children near the pond. And what did Birbal do? He just took the son, and then he threw him into the pond. And then he just was waiting to see what Akbar does. So Akbar just got up from his armchair, resting chair, and then he ran and jumped into the water and saved his son. And then he was very much not understanding that what is happening, why Birbal is doing like this. So he told, I will put you in custody. Better you explain what you did. So then Birbal told, this is the answer to your question. So Akbar never understood that, oh, what was the question I had asked and what is this answer which is coming. So Akbar, then he later thought, yeah, actually what he is saying is that the Lord himself comes to save his own devotee because of love that he has. So Birbal also explained that, see, you had love for the son, that's why you yourself jumped. Otherwise, there are so many ministers around. You could have told one of the minister that you jump and save the son. But you did not do that. You yourself jumped in the water and your whole clothes are spoiled and you are so much in tension. Correct. So you yourself have taken up the service for saving your son. So similarly for the Lord also, for his dear devotees, he himself comes and protects. So that is the example. Prabhupada also tells many times this story. Okay. Yes, please read this. Okay.
You will liberate the devotees and bring them to you, but you will not do this for the non-devotees. Then do you, the Supreme Lord, not show prejudice in the form of like and dislike? Since
Yeah, this
all
is the
living
question basically. This commentary
yeah.
Baldev is the question. He also start with the same note that is this not a partiality? So he answers. Yeah, please read.
Since all living entities who possess unequal natures, forms, and species come among devas, men, animals, and non moving entities attain those forms according to the karmas, I, the creator and maintainer, the lord of all beings, am equal to all, like the rain which sprinkles water on all varieties of seeds. I do not have hatred or favorism at all, any of them.
Yeah, so another example is given just like uh, rain sprinkles water on all varieties of seeds. Okay, or the sun shines on every person who is wanting to come in the sun, but somebody wants to sit in the dark room. What can sun do to it? Okay, so he cannot do anything. That is the example given here. Yeah, read.
The word tu, however, is added to show the difference of the devotees from the non devotees. Those who worship me, however, tu, who please me with hearing and other devotional process, exist in me because of attraction of me, Bhaktya. Though I am the Lord of all, I exist in them because of attraction to them. Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, has love for the devotees.
Yeah, so same thing here as I told earlier, the word tu was in the contrasting sense. So he said that I don't love anyone, I don't hate anyone, but I love my devotees. That was the context. So please, the devotees please me. So I also want to please them. So example is given that we will not take here. Yeah.
This This indicates that there is special interaction in prema between the devotee and the god. If it were not so, there would the fault of unnecessary making distinction with the word tu. In this light, the Lord's promise can be understood, such as the verse Ye yata mam prapadante. As one surrenders to me, I respond. Bhagavad Gita 4.11. Comparing the Lord to a desired tree is only partially appropriate, for in the desired tree one does not see mutual affection and partiality. Though I am equal to all, I do show partiality by having affection for those who take shelter of me.
Yeah, so another example is given of a desired tree, but it's not appropriate completely because see, desired tree is like whatever we ask, that desired tree will give, but desired tree will not get attached to the person who has asked something or who has approached him. But Lord is not like that. Lord gives also what they want, but at the same time, he becomes attracted. So he has mutual affection and he has partiality for his devotees. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay, so this is Prabhupada's purport. Yes.
One may question here that if Krishna is equal to everyone and no one is his special friend, then why does he take a special interest in the devotees who are always engaged in his transcendental service? But this is not discrimination, it is natural. Any man in the material world may be very charitably disposed, yet he has a special interest in his own children. He is, he is just like a cloud which pours rain all over, regardless of whether it falls on rock or land or water.
So yeah, two examples Prabhupada is given. So one is about the charitable person and then other is about the rain.
But for his devotees, he gives specific attention. Such devotees are mentioned here. They are always in Krishna consciousness and therefore they are always transcendently situated in Krishna. The very phrase Krishna consciousness suggests that those who are in such consciousness are living transcendentalists situated in him. The Lord says here distinctly, Mayati, they are in me. Naturally, as a result, the Lord is also in them, and this is reciprocal. This also explains the words ye yatamam pradayante tam prapadyante tam
Tateva bhajamyam.
bhajamyam.
Yes.
Whoever surrenders unto me proportionately, I take care of him. This transcendental reciprocation exists because both the Lord and the devotee are conscious.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, okay, one more is there. So here, this is the important point. The very phrase Krishna consciousness. So this means what? That consciousness of Krishna. Okay. So this phrase Maite, Lord is Prabhupada is explaining here that they are in me. Naturally, as a result, the Lord is also in them. Okay. So they are in my heart and I am in their hearts, like in the past time of Amrish Maharaj, that is told. So this is reciprocal. Yeah. Easily.
When a diamond is set in the golden ring, it looks very nice. The gold is glorified, and at the same time, the diamond is glorified. The Lord and the living entity eternally glitter, and when a living entity becomes inclined to the service of the Supreme Lord, he looks like gold. The Lord is a diamond, and so this combination is very nice. Living entities in a pure state are called devotees. The Supreme Lord becomes the devotee of his devotee. If a reciprocal relationship is not present between the devotee and the Lord, then there is no personalist philosophy.
Yeah, basically, if that relationship is not there, then it becomes impersonalist. So Lord is not like the hard stone. So who doesn't reciprocate? He reciprocates as one approaches like that. Okay, and the divinity, one example is given again here. This is a very nice example. So Prabhupada is giving the example of gold and diamond. Both are glorified. So living entity eternally glitter in association of the Lord when he becomes inclined to the service. Okay. So Lord, he looks like gold. The Lord is a diamond. Okay. So the devotees are like the gold and the Lord is like the diamond. So both combine with each other and then they look very nice. That's what is saying. Okay. So the Lord in Vrindavan, if he is alone, there won't be any glories. If Yashoda Mata is not there won't be any Damodar Leela at all. So as glorious is the devotee, that much glorious is the Lord. Okay. So aho bhagyam nanda gop rajokasa yan mitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam. So there he explains that the fortunate is both the devotee as well as the Lord. Okay. So if devotee is not there, the Lord cannot have any pastime. If the Lord is not there, devotees cannot have any pastime. That is the what? The understanding. Okay. So okay, last slide.
The example is often given that the Lord is like a desire tree, and whatever one wants from this desire tree, the Lord supplies. But here the explanation is more complete. The Lord is here stated to be partial to the devotees. This is the manifestation of Lord's special mercy to the devotees. The Lord's reciprocation should not be considered to be under the law of karma. It belongs to the transcendental situation in which the Lord and his devotees function. Devotional service to the Lord is not an activity of this material world. It is part of spiritual world where eternity, bliss, and knowledge predominate.
Yeah, so this is again another example which was given by Vishwanath Thakur. Same thing. It's like the desire tree, but this is not very appropriate. So here Prabhupada is saying, but here the explanation is more complete. What is this referring to? What is more complete? Somebody can tell what is this Prabhupada referring to? Here the explanation is more complete. I think it's already time up. Everybody's in different mood. Okay, here basically
Lord is,
Ah,
I just try.
yes.
The Lord is personally related to the devotee, just not fulfilling the desires, but he reciprocates as a person.
Okay, okay. Yeah, basically what I understand here, Prabhupada is saying about the shloka. Okay, this shloka, what is shloka saying? Maite teshu chapi ham. The shloka is saying that I reciprocate as they come towards me. So he is not like a desire tree. That is not appropriate example. But the shloka is more appropriate. In that sense, he is telling. Here, the explanation is more complete in that sense. Desire tree is not appropriate example because that was already told by Vishwanath Thakur. That is not appropriate. Okay, and then another point is very important is, as we have been discussing many times, that the reciprocation should not be considered to be under the law of karma. So the karma part for a devotee is already nullified in the stage of Kleshagni, which is the first part of the devotional service. Okay, that is removed in the very first stage of the bhakti. So what is coming in the devotee life is by what? Reciprocation of the Lord in his life. Okay. So whether it is happiness or distress, it's all coming by the Lord's reciprocation in his life. Okay. Yeah, so this we discussed. So, okay, next time we will start with this very famous verse, Apichet Sudurachara, and then after that, Shipramurti Dharmatma. These next 4 shlokas are very, very important. And there is very nice comments by all the devotees, all the acharyas in this. We'll discuss that next time. Okay, so already it is time. If somebody wants to leave, they can leave. If somebody wants to ask question, they can stay back. Yes, Aruna Mataji.
Prabhuji, in I think while explaining 9.22, you mentioned 9.27 and 9.28 are result of, I missed that word.
Result of?
You wrote something, I missed.
Yeah, here
9.28, I guess.
Yeah, so
27.
here 9.28 is saying these are the 2 results of such bhakti. Which bhakti? What was explained earlier, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam or Yat Karoshi Yadashnasi. There are 2 types of bhakti explained, right? See, 26 was Kevala Bhakti. 27 was Pradhani Bhoj Bhakti. And now 28 is telling the results of both.
Okay, 28 is telling result of bhakti that is mentioned in 9.26 and 9.27.
Yes, correct.
Yes, and second, Prabhuji, I mean, while reading this 9.29, just a thought came. Lord says that he is 3 categories of people he talked about. He's not affectionate towards non-devotees, gyanis, and karmis. Even though they are gyani, karmis, and non-devotees, but we know everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. So in that relation, Krishna is somehow affectionate to everybody, isn't he? Because he gives this chance of coming into bhakti to almost everybody by at least giving one chance in his life to come in association either with the devotee, prasad, or book or anything. But he gives that one chance at least to everybody to come to devotional service. So isn't this a sign of his affection towards everybody, even jnani, yogis, and non-devotees also?
Yeah, so because of affection only, he is giving them the results of their activity, right? So they are doing karma yoga, so he gives them the result of going to Swarga, or he may give the result of getting liberation for Jnana Yogi. So that result who is giving is Lord only, because they are his part and parcel. And for a Bhakti Yogi, they want to serve the Lord, so he gives that result of service to the devotee. So in that way, and there are people who don't want to approach the Lord, so he's giving them the intelligence and the forgetfulness that they don't come to him. He's facilitating them also. And there are demons who want to attack him, so they want to kill him. So he is also giving them also liberation by killing. So he is affectionate to all, but his affection is not indiscriminate that everybody will give prema. No, what they want, he is giving. Somebody wants demoniac mentality, who is giving them? Lord only is giving. That is the understanding.
All right.
Hare
That is
Krishna.
why the shloka of Ye Yat Hamam Prapadyante is used. The Lord is reciprocating according to the degree of affection or whatever feelings we are having towards Lord. Is it right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, correct. Whatever feelings, whatever mood, one worships the Lord. One worships the Lord as in the Vatsalya mood, he awards them. Somebody worships in Sakhya mood, he awards them. Somebody worships in Madhurya mood, he awards them. That kind of service. That is
And even the
understanding.
forgetfulness also, right?
Yeah, everything. Everything he gives. Whatever they want.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Okay. So we'll meet next time with the Apichet Sudhirachara verse.
Prabhuji, one more thing was there. Did you take note of that email ID? Last time I
Yeah, I had asked them. I'll get back what they have told. I'll reply.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.